G'day and welcome everyone, EmrickXV here, and welcome to another episode on the FHD server. So if you tuned in last episode, you will know that we are successfully completed an Ocean Monument raid. That's right, the Frostmasons now own an Ocean Monument. Now, opposed to sort of turning that into a farm straight away, I've decided to come back to spawn and build a gigantic Guardian in honour of Geeky Gamer and my success. Well, I should really say the Frostmason success, because this farm is going to bring some very cool blocks to the spawn area and hopefully a few diamonds. Now I'm down at the wool stores and we've been doing a couple of errands for the FDS freight service. And as you will see in the chest here, we have got a very nice payment. So what have we got here? Macro Official has given us a very big list of books. Now, FDS, being a sensational business, has been able to deliver all these books. And I've got to double check with him because I'm sure I said that the total was 18 diamonds. And when you have a look, I got 25. So is that just because we've got exceptional service? Or was there a little bit of a miscalculation? I will catch up with Macro next time he's online and double check that. But anyway, let's get across to the area where we are going to build this gigantic Guardian. And as you can see, I've already got a few resources here. Hopefully that'll be enough. So I will see you guys over there. So when you walk around spawn, you will see that we have got some sensational builds around here. Not to mention the details that have been put into some gigantic mobs. For example, Flu and Cahill's Enderman over here. I can see we've got the Slime King over on the hill in the distance, which I believe Cahill has built recently as part of the slime shop. We have got a great big ghast blowing up our nether portal. We've got a cool skeleton head there. An Easter bunny from our recent Easter hunt. And Macro's giant villager head just over the tree line here. Can't really see it from there. We better get up onto the hill so that we can really see how cool these builds are. So we've got the villager head, Enderman, Ghast, Easter bunny, slime, skeleton head, and now we're going to have a Guardian. Oh, dear me. I also think we should try and build a phantom around the iron farm over in the distance. I reckon that will be sensational. And a big build, but well worth it. So we're definitely going to have to look and see if we can physically do that. Because that is a big iron farm. It produces a ton of iron. And I think H. Sinclair did that. And my goodness, has it been a great bonus to the server. So we'll head across to where I'm thinking the Guardian will go. And we'll take you for a quick walk through some of the new things that have been built. I believe the Wasteland Creed has been adding this pretty cool path. I'm guessing that because of the terracotta. It's interesting that the Wasteland Creed are starting to sneak a few terracotta blocks in. We may have to start freezing the spawn area, I think. I'll talk to the other lads in the Frostmasons and Kawaii to see if that's a good idea, because we can get ice, don't you worry, we can get ice. So as we go up to the very funky little market that I believe Cosmo has built, and Cahill's giant slime, we can go through the back of the area here. Oh, looks like we got a new shop in town. I wonder if Geeky Gamer has got anything to do with that bad boy, because that looks like a rocket shop. But I'm getting distracted. I have already got a little bit of a area cut out, ready for this. Excuse me, shouldn't you be burning up by now? See if we can get him. And one more. Good night. So I've got an area for the Guardian just here. Now, I hope this is going to be okay because it is pretty big. And I'm going to submerge it in the lake here just a little bit. Because Guardians are from the ocean. So I figured I'm going to build the face around this area here and have the tail sort of sneak off through the path that comes around from the Wasteland Creed up to the market, and we can sort of build a bridge or something over its tail because it is pretty big. But I kind of like the idea of the eye facing this direction, just because we've got most of our builds, the main nether portal and that sort of stuff, all facing in towards this lake. So I think that's going to be the best. But anyway, I better get building because there is a lot of blocks to place in this Guardian. And I don't know. Maybe we should do this in a time lapse. So let's find some funky tunes and let's get building. Well, I am really happy with that. Let me know what you think of our very funky, wool-themed Guardian. Apart from the fact that we've got a wandering trader right in the middle of it. And I think I probably need to get myself some prismarine and some sea lanterns to be able to punk this build up a little bit, but I'm actually pretty happy with how that all really looks. And with the BSL shaders on, I think coming out of the water like that is very, very cool. Let me know about the spines. I might need to try and get those top spines out more on a 45 degree, but I don't know. I think it looks pretty cool. And I've got this cool tail on the back here, which basically intersects the path. So at some point we will have to build a little bridge over here. And then whether or not we decide to build the bridge up over the big wheat field, or we might even snake a path in through the tail and out to the other side so we can get up to the market through this space here. But looking at that, I am super happy with that big Guardian build. It's obviously got a lot of work to do inside, and we have to turn it into a shop. But to do that, we have to basically convert our current ocean monument into a farm. So I think we better go do that next. And here we are. Back out at the ocean monument, doing a spot of fishing before getting back down under the monument to get some stuff done. So we've got all our stuff that we need to get this farm underway. And yeah, I've just got to do one or two things out here first. And then hopefully might be able to get Geeky Gamer back out here to give me a hand getting this all sorted out and ready to go. So let's just see if we can fish up a nice little bit of loot here. Let's get into it. Well, with that sorted, we still have to be very careful because they do pack a punch when you're only wearing one piece of armour, the old Guardians. So I believe I've got this marked out correctly. Those pillars, basically the extent of the farm itself. If I remember correctly, we have to basically just go out, and this farm just uses the top of the monument. I think we're going to be okay. There's going to be a few little tricks about it. But as I say, you still have to be pretty mindful of these guys because they do pack a little bit of a punch if they spot you for too long. So we've just got to get a few invisibility potions brewed up here. And yeah, I think we're ready to do this thing.
So coming out over to the Ocean Monument and met Emrick. Now, if you remember from the last video, we raided this place, did it really easily because we're pros, but we completely forgot well, we couldn't find, excuse me, mate, I'm trying to record. Stop trying to shoot me. We couldn't find the sponge room. So post-production, during editing, I noticed where it was. So we're going to go collect the sponge. Invisible. Here we go. I think we've decided on a farm that we want to build. And it's one that's been created by someone called Mind the Fab. Link to his videos in the description. But we're going to have a little play and see if we can recreate it because it looks like it's really, really easy to make and quite a good productive one. Should give us quite a lot of return.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think the plan looks pretty straightforward, but we're going to build it in survival, so that could always be interesting.
shall we crack on with it?
Yeah, I reckon. Let's get it done. You want us to take one side and I'll take the other?
This is a really good design.
Well, this farm certainly works when you've got the blocks in the right spot. However, I think Geeky Gamer and I may have missed a block or two. I can't keep going.
It's quite possible that I let some out.
Okay, so with a few technical difficulties sorted out and out of the way, you may notice something a little bit different. While we were finishing off that recording, my microphone broke. So yeah, had to go out, find myself a new one, and yeah, I'll leave a link to the microphone that I have gone and purchased in the comments below, so you can go have a little bit of a look at it. But we have just come across to basically our killing chamber for the Guardian farm, and looking around, it looks pretty basic. We did have a couple of technical issues in-game as well, but we seem to have got it all sorted out. All the product here is basically, minus the Nautilus shells because they don't come, but all the blocks pretty well came from about 15 minutes of AFK at this farm. So I'm just going to clear out these chests so you get a bit of an understanding of where we're at, and I'll meet you over at the AFK spot in the farm. Well, I decided just to whack on the old BSL shaders, and the rain's come in, so this could be actually really interesting to see how this farm renders in, because it does look very cool during the day, but I don't know how it will look in a storm. It's still a little bit dangerous, so you have to aim for this ladder just on the side here and hope you don't get shot. And you can see a couple of guardians coming out, but you don't really see them with the reflections of the shaders. So as I say, it can be a little bit dangerous, but we are up, and up here now is pretty safe. We don't really get line of sight from any of the guardians anymore. So we've obviously got to work out a plan of what we're going to do here, just while I reset my spawn point, because yeah, you do die if you fall from up there. And as I say, I am just going to jump on for a half-hour AFK session, maybe do some editing, that sort of thing, and just sort of see what happens with our drops in the nether. Got a fair bit of stock here to move, so we'll have to look at doing that at some point, and whether or not we set something up here, I'm not sure, but there's plenty of cool stuff up here. Let's go up to the AFK position, get ourselves set. As I say, it's a bit dicey. Haven't really used the scaffolding before, so you've just got to be a little bit mindful. It is a sensational farm, it truly, truly is. I don't want to break anything, but you should start seeing the world render in. And I believe we are pretty safe up here. So let's see how things go. Let's get this long trek down and we'll see if we've got any remnant guardians sitting in the top of the farm, so you get some idea how cool this farm is going to be. I can see them bouncing around. They're definitely there. Can't really see them because of the scaffold, but there is guardians where they're supposed to be. So it doesn't look too crazy now, but let's go back over to the farm and see what we've got. So that AFK session has yielded us quite a bit of bounty, which I'm pretty happy about. The sea lanterns are going to be awesome. Prismarine bricks look super cool, as well as the prismarine. And we managed to pick up some ink sacs from around the monument farm. So we've been able to make 37 dark prismarine as well. This is a pretty tough block to get, but I'm pretty happy with that sort of output. But I think we need to build up our stock here. We need to get back to spawn. And yeah, I reckon we need to start making this a bit of business, because FDS is going to love this. Well, we are back at spawn, and we've been away for a fair bit of time. And it does look like we've had a few little additions to the spawn area. Look at this gigantic chorus plant, very cool. But this is where we've got to go. This is the location of our monument shop, the Giant Guardian. So let's get over there. My bed's all set up, and let's get some chests down and see what we can get done. So we've got a fair bit of stock for the shop. Prismarine blocks or bricks, and stack of sea lanterns. So we've just got to make a plan for the shop itself. We've got quite a bit of space. When we have a look in here, you'll see what I mean. When we go down, this is quite a big area, and so my thought process is to maybe flood the whole thing, bring a conduit in so people have to swim around, and then maybe decorate this somehow. I'm not really sure. I've had a couple of ideas, but maybe let me know in the comments if you've got any ideas to design the inside of the shop here, and we'll see what we can do in the next episode. Alright everyone, thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, you know what to do. Make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos coming out of FHD by myself, please make sure you follow the channel, and you know, let me know what you'd like to see on the FHD server. Make sure you catch up with all the other crew that are doing videos out of FHD, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks very much. See you later.